Welcome to Taxpayer Alert. I'll be your moderator. My name is Al Segalla. I'm also president of the Calaveras County Taxpayers Association. These programs are designed to inform the public and the taxpayer, and sometimes we have information that is not available anywhere else. And we almost always have exciting guests. And in that line, we have Nicki Stevens, who's president of the Calaveras County Chamber of Commerce. She's also an official with our local hospital, Mark Twain Hospital, and she's involved in other things. We're going to find out some of that. Nicki, welcome.
Oh, well, thank you, Al. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so how'd you get involved with the how'd you get involved with the hospital first, then we'll ask you about the chamber.
Okay, so I'm very blessed. I started my career at Mark Twain Medical Center back in 1996, and I've been very fortunate since that duration of time to have multiple experiences throughout our entire facility in various departments. I work with a great team. And as far as the chamber goes, because of my involvement in the community and what I'd like to say, my love for our hospital and our community, I was approached by Diane Gray at the time, who was the executive director of the chamber, to ask what I could do to participate in the Calaveras Leadership Project, which I did. And soon after the fact, she asked if I would be interested in being a board member with the Chamber of Commerce. And then that is how that entire transition began.
Well, I understand that. I used to be a board member with the chamber myself, and I took the program, the leadership program, and really enjoyed it. And I hope it made me grow a little bit, maybe not physically, but maybe mentally. And so let's talk about the Leadership Calaveras program. What is that all about?
You know, Al, I'm glad that we get a chance to talk about that, because it's a program that's been in existence here locally in Calaveras County for some time. It was started back, I want to say it was probably close to 20 years ago, with one of my former coworkers who's now retired from Mark Twain Medical Center, who a lot of local people know, Larry Cornish. And he was one of the original founders of the Calaveras Leadership Program. And it's continued ever since. And it's just really transitioned throughout the years into evolve, because our changing times, obviously, into what is greatly suited for the participants. And so with that, the last 2 years, it's taken a different formulation, I guess you could say, with defining what our resources are in the county, who those entities are, and most importantly, who our future leaders are going to be and how we can encourage them and promote the growth that we have, but also keep some of the focus and the emphasis on our rural communities that we love here so very much. So some of the areas that they focus on are, our water resources. So they spend some time down at East Bay Mud. That's, once a month, Calaveras Leadership goes on what's called a field trip, if you will. Some of the other areas that they have visited relative to our economics here in the county are SBI. We're talking about our water tables and our forest management. They've also, every month, one of the recipients of the group has been Cal Waste, for instance. They went out and learned about how we're managing that here locally in Calaveras County and beyond. One of the other institutions is the county, so it's Health and Human Services. And then they spend that day also, too, talking with us at the hospital and our administrative team and our great family of employees and what we do and why we do the work that we do. And so there's a topic every month that they go out and learn about, from cattle ranching, honestly, ag, huge, our number one industry, here in Calaveras County, one of our something to be so proud of, too, our history and our tradition in Calaveras County with relative to agriculture. And, when I did the program years ago, I thought, I've lived in this county since 1976. I'm not going to learn anything, but it'll be fun to meet new people. And I learned so much about the ins and outs of businesses here, and about, the heartbeat, truly, of not only our business owners, but our generations of family and the new people that have relocated here. You get to know them. You get to learn about them. The connections are life-changing, and they're everlasting. And so the Calaveras leadership teams historically have stayed very close with one another. You form a bond with them, not just because you're going out and learning new things, but you're charged with the conclusion of the program, coming up with a project that transforms Calaveras Calaveras County. And I know that's a tall order, and some of those in the past have been extremely successful, and some have been successful on a smaller level. Some of those are anywhere from the org carts that you see when you come into the county to the jail, to passing that proposition. That was actually one of the charges of Calaveras leadership a few years back. To right now, most recently, the success of the 2015 Calaveras leadership team being the project of the Calaveras Business Resource Center. So do you remember what your project was when you did Calaveras leadership?
I remember the ropes course. Do you still have that?
Oh, they have a trust course is what I call it. That was a fun day indeed, and it's really about bonding and relationship building. And actually, they were able to do that up in West Point this year, and that was it's just one of those things that are life changing. You think I'm gonna look at this curriculum and this is what we're doing that day, and then you go outside and you learn things about yourself too. That's the beauty of Calaveras leadership as well, is that it's not only promoting our future leaders, but I think it's a lot of internal discovery about yourself as well. And like I said, at the end of the program, you have a new relationship on such an intimate level with people in our community that the rest of your livelihood here, hopefully, you're going to cross paths with again, and just work with to better sustain our great life we have here in Calaveras County.
I can say that I found everything you're saying to be very true. And when I was in, we were doing the ore carts for the entrances to the county.
Which are still here today. And I loved that when I come into the county, and that's one of the first things I see. It makes me really feel like I'm home, but it represents our rich history, from back in our gold mining days. I mean, that's who we are, and who we're known for a lot of things. We're known for Mark Twain, and we're known for our great Frog Jump Jubilee, and we're known for a lot of things, but certainly we're known for our value that transformed our country, really, and our state back during the gold rush days.
One of the things that there was some effort. I don't know if we actually got the project going or not. This was to do a youth outreach to reach high school kids and tell the story of business and also free enterprise.
Oh.
A lot of people don't understand how a market economy works, and also some things about our own history in America that are unparalleled. Nowhere else in the world do they have experienced what we have in our country based on our Constitution.
Absolutely.
We're so blessed. One of the things that you're also working on is a Calaveras Business Resource Center.
Yes. So that is a great example of the amazing work that came about from one of the Calaveras leadership teams, and that was from the leadership team that was committed to service for 2015, that year of 2015. And obviously that was a rather heavy lift, and so some of those folks were able to stay on throughout this year and participate in that, and some, just kind of back from a little bit of a different level, but certainly with compassion and well wishes and, staying in tune as much as they can. So the Business Resource Center actually was something that was a concept years ago that was started, I can't tell you verbatim, but I've been told that like 25 years ago, there was a little bit of a discussion about this within the chamber, and I don't have the history. I can just tell you a little bit of my recollection about that. But what I know is about 3 years ago, Cliff Edson, who's the former District 1 supervisor, pointed out the Hubbardie building and said, what if we could create some type of a business incubator here? So he started the concept, and then the Calaveras leadership team just took it out and went tall and high and wide, and they secured a $250,000 grant for 2 years. It's a partnership that we have with the Sierra Economic Development Administration and Central Sierra Economic Development District, California Association of Local Economic Development. And I have to look at that, Al, because that's a tongue twister. And so what that means in a nutshell is that we now have leased this beautiful historic building on Main Street in San Andreas to us locals, known as the Hubbardie Building. And we have moved our chamber office into that building. And this will truly be a one-stop shop for existing businesses, for aspiring entrepreneurs, for our business partners near and far, especially those in Calaveras County, where they can use the upstairs for an office space. We have a meeting room downstairs. They can lease those buildings, those offices. They can come during certain times of the week and have workshops that will be provided to them. Experts in the field anywhere from graphics to social media, which, that's still kind of a scary word to some people, to, accounting.
You're on social media.
There you go. To accounting, to, to product. And so downstairs will be basically a store where it's our storefront, where local products and representation from businesses can be sold downstairs. And so this becomes a huge project in many ways, because it also is going to serve as a training ground, if you will. Let's say that you're 19 years old or 18 years old and you really could learn how to do some retail work. We're going to be a training ground for that. But most importantly, we're going to help our businesses that are here, those that want to come here, those that want to remain here. And that's why it's going to be truly a business resource center. And you should stop by sometime and look at it, because it's pretty exciting. And, honestly, I'm not the heavy lifter on this at all. I've just been very supportive and informed. But truly, the Calaveras leadership team of 2015 has done an amazing job. Major credit, if any, because I know people don't do it for credit, but I have to say there is a true leader in that group, Mark Kinslick, and then our executive director, of course, Stacy Johnston, and our administrative person, Sarah, who does a phenomenal job. And these are the people who are behind the scenes. Larry Cope from Tuolumne County. We have so many partners that truly care about Calaveras County. I mean, they really want us to be successful, and they want our businesses to be successful, and they want people to come here for tourism opportunities, and for people to relocate here and to retire here and to raise their families here. And this is a piece of that helps us to maintain the great life we have here.
I wonder if there's anyone involved yet who's in the video arts who could put together a nice program about what's going on there.
So wouldn't that be interesting? That's a great idea. Every day something new comes out of this great project that's happening right now. It's still in its infancy stages, as far as if you were to walk in right now. It's not it's not a real it's not cosmetically where we're going to be. The furniture's on order and everything's happening as you and I are sitting down here today. But certainly the transformation is taking place in the next few months. It's going to be established, and it's a very exciting time. We have subleased some of those buildings with one of our amazing community partners. I can't tell you publicly yet, but it's going to happen soon, and it's just a good fit for the work that's happening now, that's going to continue now, and it's just a really exciting time.
I understand you're into so many things, and I understand it is impossible for anyone in your presence to hold any negative attitude about anything.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Al, I just love you, but I don't know. Well, it's our mission to be good people. We have to. We live in a great community. How can you not have that feeling here?
Hey, we're alive. We're alive.
Calaveras County is my home.
Well, there's something else you're involved in. This is Calaveras Recovers. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, that's another amazing organization that's near and dear to my heart, with the Chamber as well. Calaveras Recovers, we're a fairly new organization, nonprofit, that came together in October of 2015, which, as everyone in Calaveras County knows and beyond, that was immediately after September 9th of 2015, which transformed our county in a very difficult way because of the Butte fire. So Calaveras Recovers was put together by local people under the guidance and direction and support of FEMA, Cal OES, and Red Cross. So we are a nonprofit. We are a board. I'm on that board. And we currently are building, we have 10 homes that are in the makes right now to be built in Mountain Ranch. 2 are almost completed. This is a huge partnership with our various organizations throughout the country. You have these people who are volunteers who come from all walks of life, but mostly with our volunteer-based faith-based organizations such as United Methodist, the Mennonites, the I can't believe one of our biggest partners is escaping my mind right now. Shame on me. They come and they donate their time. They don't know us. They're not even from here. But they answer the call for service.
How about the Catholics?
Everybody. The Catholic Charities, huge partner of ours. Amazing. And so we have received numerous donations to build these homes. It's a partnership that we have with the families. It is a criteria. Some might say it's a strict criteria. We, the board, feel it's an accountable criteria. The reality is, Al, hopefully not while you and I are here, but the reality is there will be another disaster in Calaveras County, and we hope that we have laid the foundation for that next disaster down the road, that it won't take some of the effort that we've put forward relative to structuring, but relative to effort of assembling going forward. We are a nonprofit, like I said. Our fiduciary is Amador Community Foundation, simply because Calaveras Community Foundation they're kind of rock stars in my book too. But they don't have a paid staff. And because of the progress that we're making so quickly, the vendors that we have to have paid for some of the services that we're providing, they have a staff. And so it was a great collaboration. So Calaveras Community Foundation still is a partner of ours. They're just not the ones that are housing our funds, if you will. And they were very supportive of this. So it's your local people living here and wanting to contribute and make a difference. We want to help these people to be whole. Their lives will never be the same. It's a hard topic for me to talk about sometimes, Al, because we were in the epicenter here. I live in San Andreas. So Mountain Ranch, San Andreas, half my church lost their homes. 100 families that I know personally. I quit counting because it's hard. But what do we do here in Calaveras County? We help each other. Mm-hmm. No matter what. On some level, everybody jumps in and just makes a difference. And that's why we live here.
I've heard a saying that the winds of adversity cause the oak tree's roots to go deeper.
Oh, that gives me goosebumps. I have never heard that.
So sometimes the silver lining, and when you go into rough times, is not observed at that time. In other words, the benefits that are coming from the adversity are not seen at the time you have the adversity. But later you look back, oh, wow, that changed my life.
I believe that to be true.
Yeah.
I believe that to be true.
Yeah, so it's, we never know what those blessings might be, but we know that they're there.
No, amen.
Okay, so now the next thing you've involved with is the Mega Mixer, which I went to.
Yeah, what'd you think, Al?
Oh, man, that's awesome.
I know. She did a great job. We have a great staff, Stacy and Sarah. That was an idea that they put together a while back. And actually, we're going to do something like that again, where it's going to be a mega mixer with our 3 county partners. So, 2 county partners would be Calaveras, and then our partners in Tuolumne County, and our partners in Amador County.
Oh, really?
That'll be we'll have to call that a mega mixer, Al. I don't know. We'll have to think of something. But what'd you think? I know.
I'm actually mega.
That'll work. There are 100 people there. We had our business partners from all our other business associations that were able to attend. It was kind of, if you remember, it was a bad weather night. So our Greater Arnold Business Association folks, they couldn't make it down the hill. But certainly we had Destination Angels Camp, and we had the Valley Springs Business Association, Angels Camp Business Association, and Copperopolis Business Association, as you know, is coming back.
Yeah.
And so that's exciting.
My wife was the past president, and just a few weeks ago, she turned over reins to a new person who also headed up a wine tasting at the Copperopolis Town Square.
The Tipsy Frog.
Yeah, the Tipsy Frog.
They have chocolate wine there, Al.
Yeah. Oh, it was sold out. They had 500 glasses and 2,000 people, and so they ran out of glasses, and I didn't prepare for that, and so I couldn't get on the wine tasting. But I went to the Tipsy Frog and I bought a glass of wine. I really enjoyed myself because I met so many friends there. And,
isn't that great?
Yeah, and the booths they had some really great things to eat in the booths.
Yeah, I know, Al. I spent a lot of money in those booths.
Yeah, I did too.
Not on food, on other things. Oh, that looks nice. I think I need that and that. But it's all about shopping local.
They had this roasted garlic, and there was beets, roasted beets. Oh man, they're so delicious. And anyway, So that goes into my happy memory bond.
I agree. To me, the Coppertown Square is remarkable, and I have a lot of happy memories there.
There's a rumor, and of course this can't be made public, so you didn't hear this. There might be a Ferris wheel in the parking lot.
I know.
And when people are driving up Highway 4, they'll see the Ferris wheel. But more important, their children will see the Ferris wheel.
Isn't that great?
And what'll that do for local business?
I love it. I love
incredible. There's so many good things going on.
Yes, there are.
All right, so why join the chamber?
Oh, why join the chamber? For lots of reasons. Lots of reasons. One of the main reasons is networking and meeting new people and coming to our mixers monthly. But you don't have to be a member to come to our mixers. They're all over the county.
Your mixers are on the same time and date as the Taxpayer Alert taping.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And so I haven't been able to attend a mixer unless a guest doesn't show up on the second part. Then I can scoot down here. But it's been 2 years, well, almost 3 years now. I enjoyed those mixers so much.
Oh, we have a great time, and it's a great chance for those businesses to have that exposure, that additional exposure, if you will. We're constantly pushing out material on, you referenced social media earlier, so you have visibility there. We have a quarterly newsletter now, and we're trying to feature a business every other time just to give them kind of an opportunity to talk a little bit about what they're doing and why, and they get a little visitor's corner, and then we have our Chamber Champions, which is great visibility. And, it's about these educational seminars that we've been providing that we've done very successfully in the last couple of years. And, it really, one of the things that was important to me when I first came on board was what's the value for the membership? We're asking folks to give us a monetary amount so that we can help promote their business, but what are they truly getting out of that? So there's been a lot of change in a good way towards that. Some of that is we're adding added value membership, so you might receive a discount if you're recognized as a chamber member. And there's a lot more to come, Al. There's a lot of good things happening. I'd have to say in the last 2 years, a lot of things have happened. And some days when you write them down, which, I read these reports and I try to keep people abreast as to what we're doing. And if you really look back on all the accomplishments with our entire board, because we have a great board, we have a great board. It's a lot. It's a lot. And we have a board to be proud of. We have past board members to be proud of. We have our future board members out there that I know we're going to be proud of. And
some of them not born yet.
It's a true story. And I'm just in awe some days at the commitment of people, not just on our chamber board, but people we have volunteers and past board members who volunteer, and people who just want to be a part of a good change, who want to be a part of this energy to love on what we have here and, just appreciate each other, appreciate, the businesses that have been here for 30 years and employ, 10 to 100 people, the businesses that just started, the businesses in their home. A lot of people have business in their home. The Business Resource Center is going to be great for that if they want to have a meeting space. It's just to thank each other, and it's just a great experience for me personally, but I can't tell you how proud I am to be a part of the board that we have. I consider them my friends. That's how I feel.
At the Mega Mixer, there was a display, and somebody, or maybe several people, put in a lot of time and thought. It was like a poster that had pictures and of all the different things that the chamber's doing, and it was incredible. I couldn't keep track of all the things that you are doing. I should have taken a picture of it, but I forgot to.
You'll see it again. Our amazing administrative assistant, her name's Sarah Cunningham, she actually came up with that idea. She put it to fruition, and she's very proud of that. It kind of tells our story. It's really a storyboard, and I know that some people might say, oh, that's old-fashioned, and, that's not state-of-the-art now, but we've got to keep a little bit of our old-fashioned traditions with us. Calaveras County is unique in a lot of good ways.
telling a message old-fashioned.
No, I agree.
And that tells the message really, really well.
I agree.
What do you see coming ahead this next year for the Chamber?
You know, I see our continuance of growing our membership. I see some of our events evolving and some new events coming forward. I see, for instance, our golf tournament. That was our first time ever. We had a Tri-County golf tournament last year. It was very successful for us. I see our continued partnerships happening with the Tri-Counties. Our friends in Tuolumne County and our friends in Amador County. At the end of the day, we're all a community. I know that it's taxpayer discussion here, but really, at the end of the day, we are all who we are because of what we do. Yeah. And so, some of the things that are going to come to fruition is going to be this business resource center for the Chamber. That's going to be huge for us. I know that I'm very optimistic and our expectations are high, but it's time. It's time for goodness.
Is there anyone exploring the idea of youth outreach for the business community?
That's going to be part of the Business Resource Center as well. And we have partnered with the local schools. So the Chamber, actually, Stacy was a part of that last year. They offered a scholarship fund, first time ever, for those students who are community emphasis. So they've given to their community. Maybe their GPA is not in the 4s and high 3s, and that's okay. What have they done for the betterment of their community? And what have they done to show that they're going to continue that passion towards business? And so we awarded scholarships last year for the first time based on some of that criteria. I wasn't a part of that committee, so I can't define that exactly for you, but Stacy was, and we had, shame on me, I can't remember exactly who was on that committee. I think Cliff was on that committee too. But that's part of the embracement, if you will, that we have shifted our emphasis on, is that it's not just about the businesses. We know what our mission is, but it's really about our community. How are we securing our quality of life here in a positive way? And that is supporting the businesses, absolutely, but that also is supporting our businesses that take care of our youth and that raise our youth. These are families, they're rearing our children.
What do you think of the new board and its relationship to the business community?
Our board? My board?
No, the Board of Supervisors.
Oh, I think it's a great day. It's a good time. I think that they all, I'm ready. I'm ready to see what the future brings for Calaveras County.
Oh, that's very good. One of the things that taxpayers are concerned about, of course, is what the Board of Supervisors is doing. But we're also interested in providing maintaining our free society for our kids and their kids and their kids. And this is why we kind of fans of the U.S. Constitution.
Oh, so am I.
We think it's just a marvelous document. And so we try to, sometimes we have composition contests with kids to learn about it, and we have awards. And anyway.
I think that's great, Al, because I think our school systems they certainly are tasked with many challenges right now, and I don't know that some of the things in the past are at the forefront.
Thank you for being our guest, and thank you for watching Taxpayer Alert. See you next time.
Great.